is that one over there?
That is a green sea turtle, and it's actually our male green sea turtle. We can tell it's a male because of his tail. So his tail is really long, and on the females, the tail is really short. So that's how I can tell you it's a male. Yeah. Okay. One of the easy ways to tell, at least.
Yeah. I don't want to know the rest of it. But you know, how do you know it's a green?
I know it's a green sea turtle because of the shape of its shell and also the color of its shell, but it actually gets its name green sea turtle from its fat. So it eats a lot of grasses and different things, and the chlorophyll in the grasses makes its fat like a bright lime green color. It's pretty awesome, right? Well, you know, there's a lot of really weird, gross, fun facts out there in the ocean. Like one of my favorite fun facts about sea turtles is actually how they determine if they're male or female, and it has to all do with temperature. So it might seem a little strange, right?
They're not naturally a boy or naturally a girl?
They're not naturally a boy, naturally a girl. They actually have a gene that at a certain temperature, if the gene turns on, they're female. If they never reach that temperature and the gene never turns on, they're a male. And so it all has to do with the nest. So the female turtles come to the beach. They dig their hole, they lay about 100 eggs in there, they cover it back up.
That's way too many babies.
It's a lot of babies, but not a whole lot of them survive. Only about 5% of them survive. And so what's really interesting is that nest, the ones on the top are going to get the warmest because that's closest to kind of the sun and heat rises, so it makes sense. The ones on the top are the warmest, so those are all going to be girls. And the ones on the bottom, it's cooler, and those are all going to be males. So
males are not always cooler.
Males are not necessarily always cooler, but with turtles, that's how they figure it all out. But we're seeing that there are more female sea turtles now than there used to be in the past, and that has to do with global warming. Have you heard about global warming?
It's been a lot in the news.
A
lot of stuff, though. I'm a little confused.
Yeah, so how it works is essentially when we burn things, whether it's coal or oil or natural gas, we are actually putting carbon dioxide into the atmosphere as a result of that burning. And the carbon dioxide goes up into the atmosphere and it's adding gas to the atmosphere. And you can kind of think of it as a blanket, and that blanket traps heat next to the planet. And that's a good thing because we need to have an even climate in order to survive. But if you think about when you like take a nap and you get all cozy into your blankets, and then you get a little too warm and you want to kick that blanket off.
That happens every night for me now.
Certain time, you know.
Certain phase of my life.
Yeah. Well, with the atmosphere, we can't kick it off. So our best way to kind of help things stay stable is to make less carbon dioxide. And that means essentially using less fuel, being aware of our energy usage. So, do you turn your lights off when you leave a room?
I do, and actually, last week there was that Earth Hour thing, and so we got everyone at my daughter's scout troop to do it. The girls were just really all over it, and it was great. You know, they just got everybody involved. I did see a lot of my neighbors were not doing it.
Okay, so we do Earth Hour here at the aquarium as well, and last year in 2010, we saved 480 kilowatts of electricity in 1 hour. And it's amazing what a large group can do. So if your daughter and her Girl Scout troop did it, maybe they could do a project, maybe for a merit badge or something, where they could get the entire neighborhood involved.
The girls, and then yeah, they could get, and then maybe they could get their scout, their parents, and maybe their neighborhoods, maybe even their class.
Yeah, definitely. Anytime we can come together in that community, we really extend our reach. So we can make personal choices, but when we share that information and those personal choices, we make an incredible impact. Because maybe your daughter and her Girl Scout troop will do this, and that'll make the adults more aware of energy. So the next time an energy bill comes up for vote, like bringing in alternative energies to the area, like solar or wind, then the parents will go, oh, this is a good thing, and they'll vote for that. Because
we've got a wind bill coming up, they're trying to put some off the coast of the main beach where everybody likes to go, and people are a little confused because they're thinking, I don't know, do I like this, do I not like
right,
this?
They think it's going to block their view, right, and it's offshore, and really if we think about it long term, they're not going to have a view if sea levels continue to rise. So when you think about bigger picture and you think about the future generations, those small choices like to go into a voting booth and, you know, be a community and look at the future can make a really huge difference.
That's great.
Yeah.